Evening people, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we've got round 5 of the Renault Megane Trophy League hosted by P1RC. So we've got a 10-minute qualifier followed by a 40-minute endurance. They have to use both mediums and soft tyres at some point throughout the race tonight. So let's get ourselves on with a little bit of a lap guide. So just let me know you can hear that please if you're in the chat. If not, then you can't, obviously. So across the line, down towards turn 1. Gotta be careful, there's a little bit of a tricky inside there. If you catch all your wheels on that AstroTurf, you'll be around and about. Pushing up the hill then, little right-hand kink. Carrying all the speed you can up to this left-hander at the top. Hard on the brakes into this. Try not to run it out too wide on the exit. If you were watching Friday night's race, this is exactly the same track we were racing on Friday at Sainte Croix. Running it out wide then, trying to get the best run into these S's down towards this bridge section. A little bit tricky, you might see the car get a bit of a kick. Oh, just there. Can unsettle them on the way into the bridge. If you're not ready for it, it can catch you out, especially if you're in the rear wheel drive cars. These not being affected quite so much. Coming off the bridge then, you get a little bit of a kink on the way off as well. Not too bad though on this particular version of this circuit. Again, running it out wide on the exit, avoiding that Armco. Down towards this tricky right-hander, so carry a lot of speed in, but it does tighten up on the way through here, so just have to back off the throttle a little bit as you get to the second part of this corner, or you end up in those blue barriers. A bit of a push down this straight then, over the little brow of the hill. Little kink coming up right, but you can carry all the speed through here, all the way up the hill to the right-hand elbow at the top of the hill. Opportunities to overtake if you can get a good run on the driver coming up here. Through the kink, then through these next set of S's. Can be a little bit tricky these as well. Again, you can carry a lot of speed through if you get your line right. But, mistakes can be costly through here. Out of the S's then, little short straight down to this final corner. Again, opportunities to go for an overtake if you're really brave and get a good drive out of those S's. Then back onto that start finish straight to complete the lap. And there it is, across the line. So points wise, what have we got coming into round 5? So on top spot is Mocking Weeks with 99, Manny in second with 91, Obi in third with 85 points. We've got Marshall in fourth with 83 points. Liveries as well looking good. You'll see the Cornish pasty coming up soon. Pilgrim in fifth then with 63, Tyre Slayer 6th with 60 points. We've got Apache 7th with 55 points, Dylan in 8th with 49 points. Got Campo in 9th with 48 points. We've got Ricky J in 10th with 42 points. Captain Pugwash alongside him with 42 points as well. 38 points on board for, I missed that driver, Coffin Dodger with 30 points in 13th. Don in 14th with 15 points. Ice Chand 15th with 14 points. And Bo in 16th with, I missed those points, some points. Sorry, I can't run that again because it'll be the whole video. Right, t-shirts and stickers still available, people. Hit me up, darksmoker@googlemail.com. I need to get better at reading those scores out, don't I? Or have the ability to pause the video. Unfortunately, I don't in this software I'm using. It'll only let me restart the video from scratch. So, a bit of a shame, but here we are. So, qualifying is already underway. Looks like we've got a jam-packed lobby tonight. We've got Pilgrim, Mocking, Manny, Dylan, Apache, Captain Pugwash, Tyre Slayer, Coffin Dodger, Ricky J, Obi-Wan. We've got Campo, Ice Chand, Marshall and Fudder. So 15 in the lobby as it stands. I think we're waiting for one that's going to be coming late, possibly at the end of qualifying, in between qualifying and the race. We'll see if they can get in time. So it is only a 10-minute qualifier. That doesn't give them that many laps here. They're 2-minute plus laps here at Sainte Croix. Let's get a better look at these liveries, shall we? Pilgrim then leading us round. Monkey Weeks. He's got the, what's his name again? What's his name on the side of that thing? You know the guy. Full on BP livery for Manny. Dylan gone for the full monster livery. Apache's gone for the Scoob Renault. Captain Pugwash is having a bob. On both sides, yes it is. Champ can't get a better angle at that. Tyre Slayer then running the Gulf Racing livery. Coffin Dodger, just find him backwards with every little helps. Oh, that didn't help you much coming around that corner, did it? Who did we miss? The Tyre Slayer we saw. Coffin Dodger we've just looked at. Ricky J gone for the full stealth mobile. No sheep on board tonight. So the last few weeks his car's been dressed up like a sheep for some reason. Not sure what that's all about, but each to their own. Obi-Wan, mild 7, smashed all over that. Campo, there's the Cornish pasties, even though we're in the French regions. We're going to stick with the wine, but we're going to get rid of the croissants. Have some Cornish pasties. Pasty smuggler. How many you got in the boot? So everyone, no, Marshall is running the Alpine livery. Dylan we've looked at. Ice Chand in the matte green. And Fudder. Why are you in the pits, Fudder? Have you got a penalty? Right, so in terms of qualifying, 5 minutes, nearly 6 minutes in, we've got Mocking Wheats sitting on that pole position. My mic working? Yes it is. Good. Obi-Wan got himself second on the grid, just catch him getting a kick off that little kink on the bridge. Got himself a 220.2, Apache in third. 220.5, Manny in 4th, 220.6, Captain Pugwash in 5th, 220.7, Marshall 6th currently, 221.1 on the clock for him. Tyre Slayer 7th with a 221.5, got Ricky J in 8th with a 222.6, Pilgrim in 9th, 222.7 for him, Campo in 10th, 225.0. Coffin Dodger 240 is his quickest so far, but he's been backwards. Dylan as well, penalised all over the place, sitting in 12th. Changed tyres or something, Dylan. Been in the pits and come back out. Ice Chan then in 13th, no hot lap on the board yet for him. Fudder still in the pits. So we just catch Mocking Weeks. Better in his time, so he goes from a 219.3 up to a 218.7. 1.5 seconds quicker than anybody else at the minute. So is I'm not sure, there was a bit of confusion in the chat. Let's just stick with Mocking Week. So he's still got the softs on. Notice if he was on the softs or the mediums for the first set of qualifying laps. But there's been a bit of confusion in terms of one of the rules. One of the rules was, or should have been, and could still be, for all I know. Whatever tyres you use in qualifying, you have to use at the start of the race, or in race one, depending if it's the sprint race or the endurance. But the rules might have changed for the endurance, I don't know. But that was the rule, that if you qualified on the mediums, you had to start on the mediums. I suppose you could go and do qualifying laps on your soft, stick a set of mediums on at the end. I don't know whether that would be classed as a cheat. Apache now sitting at the end of this qualifying session out in the pits as well. Marshall up into 4th, then found a little bit more time, 220.6 on the clock for him. Any more time in 5th then, Captain Pugwash with a penalty. Pilgrim, he's been in the pits, fresh set of tyres. Chasing down the tyre slayer there a minute. Got Mocking Weeds chasing him down as well. Nice Chand has put a lap in now, 2:21.5. 9th position on the grid. Again, I think we're waiting on one more driver, possibly going to turn up between qualifying and the race. So obviously won't be putting a hot lap in, so they'll start from the back of the pack. Oh, Campo, that's that corner I was talking about. You carry a little bit too much speed through there, and you just catch those blue barriers. Unfortunately, he's picked up a little bit of damage from that. That's going to slow him down until it repairs. So Dylan rolling around at the back as per usual, but is this going to be his hot lap? It was purple just then. Well, he gets a little bit of a kick coming out of there, still carrying good speed though. Of course, trying to stay out of his way, coming into that final corner. He's going to throw himself on top spot. It's not uncommon for Dylan to come along and do something like that. Let's have a look. Oh, second, 2:18.7 on the clock for him. That is qualifying done for him. Mocking Weeds still out on track though. Still opportunities, a little bit slower on that lap, so Dylan and Captain Pugwash for sure have finished. Obi and Tyre Slayer still out having a little bit of a race round, trying to better those times. Marshall crosses the line, stays in 5th for the time being. We have to wait for everyone else to finish their laps. Pilgrim still out on a fast one. Tyre Slayer still out on a fast one. Oh no, sorry, Hazard's on, that's him done. Ice Chand is done as well then, he's in 10th. Coffee Dodger done, he is in 11th. Ricky J done in 12th. Campo 13th, and Footer still rolling in those pits. Dylan's done, Obi's still out. I think, oh no, sorry, Obi's done. I think there's just a little bit of contact between Tyre Slayer and Obi-Wan in that final lap. Let's see what comes of that. Mocking then still out on track, still looking to increase that time. He's still on pole position. Dylan almost snuck that off him, but is still on that top spot. One or two drivers still out on track putting these lap times in though, so just wants to try and better that, make sure he's safe on that top spot. Still 0.17 down. Again, he's already on the pole spot, so just got to hope that nobody finds any more time. Pilgrim's got himself a penalty. That's the end of his qualifying lap. So it is Mocking on pole then. Dylan 2nd, Obi in 3rd. We've got Apache in 4th, Marshall 5th, Manny in 6th, Captain Pugwash in 7th, Pilgrim in 8th, Tyre Slayer 9th, Ice Chant 10th, Coffin Dodger in 11th, Ricky J in 12th, Pasty Smuggler Campo in 13th, and Footer out on track now in 14th. Let's have a look at your livery, shall we, sir? Full on Hot Wheels racing. That doesn't help, does it? Pushes that camera in again. Let's go for the Driftertron. There are official results on the screen then. Mocking taking that top spot. Dylan coming in right at the end, but not quite enough to snap it off of Mocking. Obi in 3rd then. Apache in 4th. Marshall in 5th. What's happened? Why is it all gone? Why can't I move it? Why is it only letting me do it with that? Alright. Random. Marshall in 5th. Manny in 6th. Captain Pugwash 7th. Pilgrim in 8th. Stop it. Let me change. Hold on a minute. Oh, we lose those results. That's why I lost them, because he was in the middle of changing the lobby settings. think we have to apply a couple of penalties. So some drivers end up moving around in the field. So regardless of what their qualifying status was, they get, I don't know what the penalties are, and I don't know who for. And again, I think we are still waiting for a driver to arrive, but if they're not here by 20 past, they're not racing. We'll see. 1 space left. Got 4 minutes, 3.5 minutes to try and get in the lobby. Don't forget to hit those like buttons, people. And again, just helping, trying to push up to that 1,000, that infamous 1,000 subscribers mark. Let's get 4 pence a month off of YouTube, shall we? So yeah, if you've not subscribed, please do. If you could help me out watching 1 or 2 videos, I don't care if you sit and just play them, but I need to up those watch hours as well, please, people. Obviously, if you're watching live, that's all helping, but the post-race viewing always helps. I'm trying to be a little bit more proactive with thumbnails and things like that. You can see I've changed the channel logo, banner. Just, you know, change up the channel a little bit. Maybe attracts a bit more attention when people see it, especially with those thumbnails. Not that I'm the best. It's literally, I'm just finding nice race information snippets basically from each one and trying to put them up there. I won't be going back too far, but I'll be doing it from now on. Still 14, sorry, still, yeah, 14 drivers on track. Whether we see that 15th driver, we'll have to wait and see. Was anyone at Donington this weekend? Was it any good? I saw the start of the race. I saw a couple of cars go off at turn 1. Usually good racing up at Donington. It's just around the corner from me. I should go up there more often, really. Watch some of the smaller, chaotic races rather than the big GT3s and touring cars and things. Should go and see some of the smaller, lesser known championships, really. And go and stick some more stickers on the barriers. So if you're down at the old hairpin, just check the railing out along the top there. They might still be there. They were there. I think they were on for about 4 years. Nobody touched them. Might still be there. Might have to go and refresh them. Right, that's it. We're at the 20-minute mark. Should be starting qualifying any time now. Doesn't look like we're getting that last driver in the lobby. Oh. Captain Pugwash sending it. There we go then. So we're not going to see that extra driver. We're going to have 14 drivers on track. Should be some good racing here. Sainte Croix is, again, it's a bit of a tricky track, but it's quite wide. Opportunities to overtake. And here we go then. 40-minute endurance just about to get underway. Mediums and soft tyres have to be used. Lock in on the mediums for the start. Can he make them work into turn 1? Lights are on then. Oh, they've been held a long time. It's a good start by everyone though. Nobody jumping the gun. were held for an awful long time there. Mocking Weeks looks like he's going to hold on to the lead into turn 1. He's going to be under threat though from those drivers on the softer tyres behind. Medium tyres on board for Dylan in second. Soft tyres on for Obi. Marshall on the mediums. Dylan already having a look for the lead, actually coming up turn 2 into turn 3. On the inside though. Side by side on the exit. I think Dylan's just going to carry the speed through. Come on camera, he is. So Mockin gets pushed into second. Obi now looking to get past him. Again on that softer tyre is Obi. 2 drivers up front are on the mediums. Marshall on the mediums as well in 4th. Manny in 5th on those mediums. Apache on the mediums in 6th. Drivers coming in at all sorts of angles onto the bridge. Ice Chand on the mediums in 7th. Captain Pugwash in 8th. Medium tyres, soft tyres on board for 10th place Tyre Slayer. Coffin Dodger. Sorry, was that? Sorry, getting that wrong. Pilgrim, I was looking at. He's on the softs. Tyre Slayer is on the mediums in 10th. Coffin Dodger is on a set of mediums in 11th. He just clatters into the wall through there. Campo on a set of mediums in 13th. Ricky J's just got past him. He's on the mediums in 12th. And Fudder on the mediums at the back of the pack at the minute. So Dylan taking that lead, starts to stretch out a little bit. Obi-Wan having a real good look at Mocking Weeks coming down here. Carrying good speed, goes for the little switch. No, he backs off. He could have carried the speed past him onto this right-hander. Decides not to go for any kind of move though. Chasing down Mockin. Just closing up on him even through the S's. Backing off a little bit, doesn't want to get too close. And a real kick just coming off of here as well. Chasing him down. Does he go for a move into this final turn? No, backs off. Maybe go for a run down into turn 1. Both drivers, Mockin and Dylan, taking a bit of the wall through there. Obi-Wan easily past Mocking Weeks then, gets himself back into the slipstream of Dylan. Starts bringing that time down as they hit turn 1. That one done and dusted then. Dylan still leads. Obi second on the softer tyre. Mockin in 3rd. Marshall 4th. Manny in 5th. Ice Chand in 6th. Pilgrim 7th. Apache right behind him in 8th. Captain Pugwash involved in this fight as well in 9th. Ricky J, there's the sheep livery. It suddenly appeared now the race has started, unless he's just put that on, but I think it was just being hidden away. So we have got the sheep smuggler and the pasty smuggler. Coffin Dodger in 11th. Fudder engineering up into 12th. They made up a couple of positions, being chased by Campo. Tyre Slayer all the way down in 14th, long way down as well, 5.8 seconds back off of Campo. Didn't see him smashing into a wall or anything like that, so I'm not sure what's happened to Tyre Slayer. Oh, that soft tyre, we just catch the battle for the lead. Obi-Wan catches up to Dylan on the bridge, goes for the move up the inside, sorry, around the outside. A little bit of contact between those two coming off the bridge. It's a 3-way battle for the lead. Mocking Weeks properly back involved in this fight. You get a little bit of a different view. Obi then on that soft tyre, still being harassed by Dylan on the mediums, using the slipstream to good use coming up the hill. Obi going defensive into this right-hander. Carrying good speed through there, hasn't got to take any kind of compromised line. Marshall closing up on them as well, also on that softer tyre. They are piling the pressure on this driver in front, Obi on the soft tyre. Marshall's getting closer every corner. There he is. Taking off the throttle on the way into there then. Obi, Dylan, Mockin as they were. There is Marshall trying to catch up with them. He is just in slipstream range now. Manny's also being towed along. A little bit of a gap back to Pilgrim in 6th then. 2 seconds back for him. He's under a little bit of threat from Ice Chand. patchy as well, not too far back, still getting the toe here. Foot engineering almost. Oh, Campo, what have you done? Oh, and Coffin Dodger, both with a 3-second penalty. They must have crossed the pit exit or pit entrance line. That's the only way you pick up a 3-second penalty. Footer going defensive. Campo looking for a better line, running up the hill into this next corner. As well, still right there. Ricky J pressuring him, trying to push him around this circuit. Battle here between these two. Tyre Slayer and Captain Pugwash having a bit of a battle here then for this final position. Tyre Slayer just gets his way through. And back on front, Obi still holding on to that lead. Dylan keeping himself tucked right under that rear wing though. Still there. Marshall right there now as well. 4-way fight for the lead then. And he just out of that race at the minute. 1.8 seconds back on his set of mediums. Out of the tow range now as well. Top 4 then heading back down towards this kink. Running up the hill. Is Dylan going to make a move here? Again, Obi just sticks his car in the middle of the circuit. For the time being, he knows he's got slightly better advantage in terms of grip, acceleration coming out of the corners and things like that. You can see that tyre wear starting to show in that bottom left-hand graphic. That's all going to play into the hands of the medium drivers. Again, they do have to use the mediums and the softs throughout the race, so they have all got to swap tyres at some point. But the medium tyre drivers up front here are piling the pressure on Obi, pushing him to wear out his softs. A little bit further back. Pilgrim closes the gap up on him. 5th and 6th then getting a little bit closer together. Nice Chand. Safe at the minute. He's got Patchy reasonably close, just within tow range. Closing up actually. Ricky J coming under threat here from Tyre Slayer. He's starting to work his way back through the field. Oh, sorry, I've gone the wrong way. Was at the back of the pack, Tyre Slayer again. Didn't see what happened to him, but he ended up 5 seconds adrift of 14th. But he's managed to carve his way back through the field here, up into 10th, looking for 9th. Nice tight line through there. Oh, Tyre's almost let him go. Ricky J taking a wide line through there, kicking up a bit of dirt. Side by side down the hill towards the bridge. J go through to the bridge, gets a better drive onto the bridge. Ricky J off track, gets himself back on track before he hits the Armaco, but loses all that speed. Tyre Slayer just able to easily sweep past him. Just pick up Ricky J in the tow again, so he's not lost too much in terms of race for Ricky J. On the medium tyre. Just backing off the throttle through there again. You just don't want to push it out wide onto that left hand side. Starting to close up on Tyre Slayer then. We will jump back to the front in a second, but we'll just see if Ricky J can get the move done on Tyre Slayer here. Now Tyre Slayer going defensive, running up towards this right hand elbow. Jay trying to carry good speed up here though. Can he get the cut back? No, Tyre Slayer just puts that car exactly where it needs to be. Jay's got to try it all again. So back up front, Dylan has got his way into the lead of the race then. Obi in 2nd. That move, knocking in 3rd. All 3 of these drivers have pulled a little bit of time over Marshall. Oh, apologies, I thought Marshall was on the soft tyre. He's not, he's on the mediums. Pilgrim trying to close that gap back down, but 2.8 seconds adrift at the minute on that soft tyre. Should be able to push those, but you can start to see front left showing a fair amount of red. Struggling around some of those faster corners. So the gap at 0.7, Obi's still getting a tow across the bridge. Starts to bring the time down, but again I think the tyres are just costing them a little bit. There gets a 10th on Dylan on the exit of the bridge, closing down through this right-hander, gains another 10th through there, loses it again on the exit though, goes back up to 0.7. Little right-hand kink coming up, carrying good speed up here. You'd expect Obi to close the gap up, but slipstream not really kicking in at the minute. Starts gaining a little bit now as he runs up the hill. A little bit too little, too late. He's still under pressure from mocking weeks here as well. So a 40-minute race. What do we think tyres wise? How long do we think the soft tyres are going to last? There is Obi, first driver on the softs. Fair amount of wear on that front left. Oh, he's gone a little bit wide through there. A little bit of armour coat to catch him. He's not picked up any damage from catching it, but it slowed him down. Mocking Weeks has tried to go for the absolute Hail Mary around that final corner. Caught a bit of wall himself, slowed him down, so he was unable to go for the move. Also managed to get away without any damage. Mocking still piling the pressure on Obi then. Marshall 2.6 seconds back in 4th, Pilgrim in 5th, 1.5 seconds back, Apache another 4.8 seconds down, Manny 7th, 6.3 seconds down, and great big gap back to Tyre Slayer, 13.4 seconds. Big pile of drivers trying to keep pace with him. Captain Pugwash back up into 9th, Ice Chand, Coffin Dodger, Ricky J all having a little battle for 10th at the minute. 13th, off the back of that pile of drivers, and Footer another 2.6 seconds back. Dylan just finding these medium tyres to his liking at the minute. Still on here between Mocking Weeks and Obi as well. Feathering that throttle, getting a good exit out of there, Mocking. 0.3. Obi's still getting a toe off Dylan in front, so he won't be Mocking won't be able to close up as quick as he'd like, but he is bringing that time down. Again, closes up towards this right-hander, not enough to go for the move again. Compromised a little bit. That on circuit, Obi, but did some wheels on the gravel on the exit of that turn, slowed him down a little bit, and look at this, Mocking Weeks almost pushing him through these S's, looking for a way past him. Nice tight line through that final S. Obi still holding that line, holding that second position. Can Mocking Weeks get a good run on him? He can. Switches back up the inside. The final corner, gets that position. What can Obi do? Can he get back into the slipstream and fire himself back up in turn 1? Backs off early. Dylan well up the road now then, almost 2 seconds on the medium tyre. Mocking holding that second position. Got Obi-Wan still looking for that back, but again, tyres just causing him to lose a bit of time now from these medium tyre drivers. They do have to swap, so they will have to pit at some point. Marshall in 4th, then Apache in 5th, Manny 6th. Big gaps this midfield section. Pilgrim in 7th, Tyre Slayer making more positions up into 8th then. Wash into 9th. Nice Chan in 10th. Coffin Dodger and Ricky J still pretty close to him in 11th and 12th. Campo's another 3 seconds back. Could be further now. And Fudder struggling a little bit on the mediums, losing a bit of time to Campo. 7.1 seconds down for him. Dylan making it look easy on those mediums, but Mocky Weeks is slowly bringing that time down. It's 1.9, it's now 1.5. Obi now out of that tow range as well. Soft tyres really worn, costing him that time on the faster right-handers. Can we see Mockin close that gap up on Dylan? Similar in terms of tyre wear. What are they going to do? 25 minutes on the mediums, 15 on the softs. So we are at the 16.5 minute mark. Obi's not pit yet. Or if any of the other softer tyre drivers. Oh, Pilgrim's been in, so he swapped them out then. He's got rid of his softs and he's on the mediums now. So that could be about the 15-minute mark when he came in then. Medium tyres going to last another 10 minutes-ish. I think there was only, was there only 2 drivers out on the soft tyres? Just Obi and Pilgrim. I think it could have been everybody else out on the mediums. And Obi is starting to lose time here, so he's fallen back off of Mocky Weeks. That gap's up to 2.5 seconds. And he is, I think, is he? Not at the minute. I thought he was getting a little bit closer, Marshall, but I think he's just got the bridge entrance a little bit wrong. That's lost him a couple of tenths. Again, big gaps in this midfield section. Whoa, I say that as Pilgrim comes firing through. Fresh set of tyres on for him. He was 5th when he came in the pits. Tyre Slayer front of him now in 7th, but these drivers have all got to stick themselves in the pits for a new set of tyres. Wash in 9th then, Ice Chan 10th, Coffin Dodger 11th, Ricky J still 12th, Campo 13th, Fudder 14th. Yeah, still just Paddy that's pit then. And it's only Obi-Wan left on those soft tyres, and you can see that front left screaming out to be changed now. He loses another half a second to Mockin. It's not quite fallen into the hands of Marshall yet, but I can imagine he's going to be thinking about throwing this car in the pits this lap. Yes, he does. As does Marshall. That's an early stop for Marshall on the mediums. That's a very early stop for Marshall on the mediums. Is he just going for the 20 minutes on both? 20 minutes on the softs, 20 minutes on the mediums? It'll be hard pushed to make those softs last for 20 minutes, that's for sure. Coming in early then, Marshall, unless he's going up for another set of mediums, possibly, but no, he has come out of the pits on the softs. Again, that could be a bit of an early stop for Marshall. Dylan still leading then, 1.5 seconds up the road from Mocky Weeks. Medium tyre still looking good. Same for Mocky Weeks. Big gaps now back to Apache in 3rd. He's also out on that medium tyre, 13.6 seconds behind the top 2 though. Manny also out on the mediums. So again. I think they're going to look to do about 25 minutes on these. We did see Pilgrim and Obi come in at the sort of 15 and 17, 18 minute mark. Obi maybe pushed his luck a little bit, went a lap too long on his. Started to cost him. He's back out the pits now. Fresh set of medium tyres to play with, and he's got 20 minutes to roll about on those. Currently sitting in 5th, 26 seconds behind Dylan and Mockin. Marshall out the pits now as well on his softs. So just under 20 minutes left for him to try and look after those tyres. Pilgrim on his mediums. He has got himself past Tyre Slayer now. He's still got to pit then. Nice chance spin in the wall. He's got a little bit of paint and some dents on the front of that car. A little bit of threat from Captain Pugwash, or no apologies, Captain Pugwash was in 9th, so I think Ice Chan might have got past him. Weeks in the pits this lap then, so he's only doing a 22-ish minutes on the softs himself. Is he looking to make the jump on Dylan? Get a fast lap here. Well, Dylan's on a slowish lap on mediums. Won't be taking on any more fuel. That's far too much fuel. Far too much fuel. So back out the pits then in front of Obi-Wan. Managed to get in front of him in the first stint of the race. Obi pressed hard on those softs, but the medium tyre drivers behind him pressed harder. So Mockin Weeks now on a set of softs. He should be able to pull away from Obi. But again, come to the end of the race, those soft tyres will be screaming out to be changed, and that's when the medium tyres come into their own again. So Dylan now 26 seconds up the road. About doing another lap here, Dylan. Still plenty of life left in those mediums. What's he putting in? 219s, 220s. Weeks fastest lap of the minute, 219.827. That was on a set of medium tyres as well. It says he came in lap 4, but I don't think he did. Starting to open up again then, Mockin on those softs, just putting them to good use early on. Opens up a gap between himself and Obi, 1.2 seconds as it stands. Let's see what this man does then, through the S's. He's looking for fastest lap himself here. Purple sectors all over the place. Will he throw himself in the pits though and throw the fastest lap in the bin? Or will he do that extra lap? Is coming in, so the fastest lap attempt goes in the bin then. So Mockin is coming through those S's right now. As he pulled the blinder and used those soft tyres to his advantage. 1 lap earlier than Dylan. Just getting his tyres changed now, taking on board fuel. Mockin reach around that final corner. He's got to press now. Dylan takes on a little bit of fuel. Does come out in front, 3 seconds ahead of Mockin. There he is, there's the gaps. Obi another 1.7 seconds behind him. Marshall, he's been in the pits, he's now got his soft tyres on. Pilgrim on those mediums, came in reasonably early. Still looking good for him. Ice Chand not stopped yet. We have drivers come in the pits for sets of mediums. Everyone's got a P on their lap 4, lap 5. Apache, fresh set of softs on for him. Tyre Slayer, worn mediums. Coffin Dodger still on the worn mediums. Manny's now got a fresh set of softs on. Campo's still on the worn mediums, as is Ricky J, as is Fudder. All going to come in at the end of this lap. I'd have thought the rest of those medium tyre drivers. So out of the pits then. Dylan holds on to a lead, 2.2 seconds over Mockin. They now have 2.4 over Obi. He's had to stick the mediums on for his second stint. A little bit slower, but again they'll come into their own, come towards the end of the race. Able to close that gap up on Dylan at the minute. Marshall in the background could just be slowly closing up on Obi. Again, he's on that faster tyre. But it will start blowing itself out in the next 5 or 10 minutes. Pilgrim got plenty of life left in those mediums. Ice Chand, Captain Pugwash and Patchy's been in, apologies. So Tyre Slayer, Coffin Dodger and Ricky J. And Captain Pugwash and Ice Chan not stopped yet. Oh, I think Ricky J might have been in actually. Oh no. He's just fallen behind Campo. Mistake somewhere from Ricky J. Footer still not stopped either yet. Dylan out front then, still pulling more time, 3.1 seconds over Mockin. Really just can't find the time. Nice chant in the pits this lap. Anybody else opted to come in? No, just Ice Chan for now. Okay, Campo's coming as well this lap. Footer doing? Is he staying out? No, he's into the pits this lap as well then. We're going to be coming out on a fresh set of softs, those boys. So Dylan loses a little bit of time up front, but still looking good, pretty much 3 seconds over Mockin. Mockin putting his tyres on a lap earlier than Dylan. Didn't quite work out for him, unfortunately. Now 4.1 seconds back. Marshall has closed up on him, taking a full second out of him, down to 2 seconds then. He's got to get himself up behind Obi-Wan ASAP before those soft tyres give out. Again, the mediums will come into their own towards the end of the race as the soft tyres start to compromise the times of the drivers. Still 2 seconds back. Big gaps back to Pilgrim then, 11.9 seconds back to 5th place. Captain Pugwash and Patchy having a battle for 6 at the minute. Patchy's got the inside line through there, should carry the speed. Soft tyre versus a worn medium tyre as well. Captain Pugwash has got to come in this lap, I think, or he'll be out of fuel. Annie on a fresh set of softs then. Tyre Slayer still out on the mediums. Still out on the mediums for Coffin Dodger. Still out for Ricky J. Nice Chand on his fresh set of softs now then. Campo also on a fresh set of softs. And Footer also been in the pits, a fresh set of softs on for him. Fortunately, 16.9 seconds down off of Campo. Washing the pits this lap as well. Thought he would be again. Just running out of fuel he was. So Dylan does now hold fastest lap, 2:18.8 on the clock for him. Seconds the gap though. No mistakes yet for Dylan. Making his softs last as well. Not a lot of wear showing on those. Mokumitu only came in a lap earlier. Oh, a little bit of damage on him. Clatters into the wall a little bit. That's going to slow him down a tiny bit more. They are still pulling time over Obi-Wan. That gap's pretty much up to 7 seconds. Marshall now all over the back of him, coming through this tightening right-hander. So he's within tow range, gets a good exit out of that corner as well. Doubt he'll be in a position to make a move into the right-hand elbow, but he will be right on the back end of Obi. Gets a couple of tenths on him around that little right-hand kink. Just able to carry a little bit more speed through that corner as well, so Obi in front on that medium tyre. Marshall on the soft tyre for the second stint. Closing up. Moving in for the time being, Obi. Again, Obi's just got to take his time a little bit. I know those two drivers in front are a fair amount of seconds up the road. 9 minutes left. We are going to start to see the soft tyre drivers get a little bit compromised in terms of lap times and cornering speeds. Like that at the minute though, still all over the back of Obi. Carries good speed out of turn 1 as well. Can't see Obi, I can't see him, I don't know where he is. Oh, he's had to fall back, he wasn't able to carry the speed through that turn. So he'll just be thinking about trying to hang on to Marshall down these hills and across the bridge. Those soft tyres to slowly give out. Unfortunately, he's fallen a little bit too far back. He's out of the slipstream range onto the bridge. Marshall into third then. Mockin still 3 seconds behind Dylan. Just cannot find the time. Dylan's not making any mistakes. Big chunk behind Marshall, 1.7 seconds on the exit of the bridge. Pilgrim in 5th. Tyres still looking reasonably good. Got just 7.5 minutes left for him to roll about on those. Apache Soft's not looking too bad. Nor are Manny's. Nice chance looking really good. He's only been in a lap or two ago. Tyre Slayer as well, looking fresh as daisies in terms of tyres, as is Captain Pugwash. As is Coffin Dodger, as is Campo, Mickey J, Fresh Surf Soft, and Fuller on those fresh softs, but big gaps. Nobody really in any position to go for a move. Real close battles on track at the minute. This is really the closest. Tyre Slayer, Pugwash, Coffin Dodger. About the closest together. Campo as well. Still 2.5 seconds between each of those. Big gaps all over then on circuit. Nobody able to get any kind of move done at the minute. It will come down to mistakes, I think, when the tyres start blowing themselves out. But again, Dylan's just making it look easy on his tyres. 6 minutes remaining. Mockin loses a full second. That gap stretches up to 4 seconds between himself and Dylan then. Still plenty of time between himself and Marshall. 9 seconds back to Marshall in third. So again, Obi loses a bit of time. 4.4 seconds down. Soft tyres not falling apart as quick as he'd like. Seconds on him as well. Apache is slowly dragging that time down between himself and Pilgrim. We get down to 2.8. Soft set of tyres on for Apache, mediums on for Pilgrim. Manny as well, 3.3 seconds back. Soft tyres on board for him. Could slowly close up on Pilgrim. Whether they've got enough time left, I don't know. We've got less than 5 minutes on the race clock now. Nice Chan then in 8th. 22 seconds behind Manny. 8 seconds ahead of Tyre Slayer at the moment. He's pulled a bit of a gap between himself and Pugwash. 2 seconds there. 1.3 back to Coffin Dodger. Campo falls a little bit further back. 3.6 seconds. And Ricky J as well falls a little bit further back. 16.4 seconds. Footer actually closing up on him. 5.2 back. Look at this, Dylan, 5.7 seconds up the road. Look at the difference in tyre wear. There's only a lap between them, but Dylan's just been very easy on his tyres. Markin Weeks has absolutely pressed here to try and close that gap down on Dylan, but it's cost him. First lap or so, he kind of kept it. Slowly but surely taking a 10th here and there out of Dylan, but pressing that Renault a little bit too hard. It's hurt his tyres, and you can see the difference there. Then over half one on that front left. And if we flick to Dylan's, again, just 1 lap difference between them. And not even at the halfway mark at the minute for Dylan's. Looking good then. 3.5 minutes left. Give everyone a few glory shots at the minute, as there's no physical bumper-to-bumper racing going on. No, Pilgrim's picked up half a second penalty. He's got a wobble on coming onto the bridge as well. Apache's now just a second behind him. Getting a good tow over the bridge as well. Don't know whether, so is it on the last straight before the start finish line again? I forget where the penalty zone is on this track. He's actually just in the background there as well, 2.5 seconds. Can he bring that time down as well? They are still closing up on Obi-Wan here. They got down to 5.5 seconds. Everybody's starting to run a little bit low on fuel as well. Obi's fuel gauge flashing at him right now. Is he saving fuel? Has he got to save fuel? He's got another 2 minutes left on the clock then. Can he do another lap on that fuel? Everybody's going to be thinking, should be plenty on the in the tank for Marshall. Still white, not flashing at him. Mocking Weeks just started flashing at him as well, as has Dylan. We'll be hoping they've got enough to get round. They should have worked it out about right. You never can tell. Pilgrim then. Apache passed him into 5th. Pilgrim's 6th then. Is Manny just 1.7 seconds behind him. Final lap then. Can we see any more position changes on this Chan? Having a bit of a lonely race. Tyre Slayer now managed to pull a little bit of a gap between himself and those drivers behind. Captain Pugwash and Coffin Dodger not too far apart, just 1.4 seconds. Campo still 3.8 down. Ricky J 15.6 down, and Footer loses another couple of seconds on him. Wheels not being very hot tonight for Footer, unfortunately, with the Hot Wheels livery. Dylan just stomping around again, just managed his tyres. Stopped 1 lap later than Mocking Weeks, but has absolutely managed his tyres perfectly. Through the S's then. Just got to keep it on the black stuff for the next few corners. 15 seconds left on the clock. You better hope you don't see another lap here, Dylan. I'm sure he's probably going to brake before the lines just to make sure he doesn't... No, he's not going to make it there. That is the 40 minutes then. It is going to be Dylan that crosses the line. Bam! There he goes. Takes the win. Waits as well on the limit of fuel. Comes through to take second. 10.5 seconds behind Dylan in the end. Hard push, but just wasn't to be for Mockin. Marshall comes home in third then. Long way ahead of Obi-Wan in the end. Tyres not falling off. Oh! Tyres not falling off as quick as Obi-Wan would have liked. He's going to hold on to fourth. There he goes. Apache is going to hold on to fifth. Pilgrim is going to take sixth. Manny backwards for seventh. Nice chant down through these S's then. He's going to come home for eighth position. Flag out. No idea. Someone's binned it at turn one probably. So Ice Chan takes eighth then. Tyre Slayer going to come home for ninth. Campo will take 10th. Thank you, score sheet. Just you know, cover the car, why don't you? Captain Pugwash and Coffin Dodger bumper to bumper as they come down towards the line, but it does look like it's going to be Captain Pugwash that carries the speed across the line. He takes 11th, then Coffin Dodger comes home in 12th. Ricky J comes up towards the line backwards. Yeah, why not? 13th for Ricky J in the sheet. And the Hot Wheels coming across the line in 14th. There it is. 5 done and dusted. Surprising how grippy those medium tyres are. Again, Dylan and Mockin Weeks, even though Obi-Wan managed to get through to the front on those softs, Dylan and Mockin were just able to hang with him on the mediums until Obi's tyres started to just let go a little bit, and the medium tyres were able to come in and work a tiny bit better and just hold grip. So yeah, unfortunately Obi, he has to take that 4th position, but it was a good race nonetheless. Yeah, no incidents, I don't think. I think Tyre Slayer had a bit of a mare at the start. He ended up at the back of the pack, but fought well to come back through. But yeah, there it is, Dylan on that top spot again. Let's have a look at official results. There he is then. Fastest lap as well, cheeky swine. Mockin Weeks in 2nd, Marshall 3rd, Obi in 4th, Apache in 5th, Pilgrim 6th, Manny 7th, Ice Chand in 8th, Tyre Slayer 9th, Campo 10th, Captain Pugwasher in 11th, Coffin Dodger in 12th, Ricky J 13th, and Fudder in 14th. And that is that. So that's it from me tonight, people. I'm back again tomorrow night, 8:30. We've got the 2nd round of the Mini Martini League, so that's the 1965 Mini, the 2005 Mini Cooper, and the new VGT Mini as well. So 3 different races, 3 15-minute sprint. Oh, is it 10-minute, 15-minute, 20-minute? I don't know. I forget. But 3 different races with 3 different cars, all at the same track. One, I think, depending which track they are, they have a longer version for the VGTs. But yeah, that's tomorrow night, and unfortunately, I won't be here for the final round of the GTTCC. So that's going to have to be a post-race commentary, probably on Saturday. So yeah, don't tune in Friday night. I won't be here. All right. But yeah, that's going to be it from me, people. I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, make sure you give it a like, comment, subscribe, or, you know, all the usual stuff. But most of all, I want you to tell your mates and tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.